Dr. Grant, my dear Sattler, welcome to the trailer park. I reckon a chilly sequel. Like Zoinks, Superman. Those are my dial-up internet sounds. All that and more this week on News Dump.
That wasn't bad, I guess.
I mean, not much to work with. I had to really punch up the script there.
I thought that you'd get a little more type of thing going on.
Well, that's
more of like an old-timey car.
Auga. Goo!
Yeah.
You had one of the more jealous-inducing celebrity meets interactions that I have. I mean, you've met some celebrities over the years, right? You work in media. You've been here. You've been that. Your wife's a little bit of an influencer. This past week, you met Charlie Day in a very intimate setting.
Let me go through this first. Number one, we'll discuss DC and Peacemaker news at the end of the podcast. Yep. Tease that right now. Big market tease, because there's some spoilers ahead.
Yeah.
Also, before we get to Charlie Day, what a week in general. Number one, I started with the Smashing Machine. Then I went on to one battle after another. The next night, I went to the Ray Bork charity ball, where I had a delightful conversation with Marco Sturm.
Okay.
I told him that I appreciated him bringing up the Joe Thornton trade during his press conference, because as a child, as a teenager, the trade traumatized me.
Yeah, we're getting fucking Marco Sturm back for Joe Thornton? Come on.
That was his exact thoughts. He's like, I walked into the locker room, everyone's staring at me, and I'm like, what do you want me to do? So he had to deal with that. I suppose might be worse for him than us, but I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
And then, yes, I saw on Friday night that Charlie Day was in Boston at an event. And I'm like, shit. I told my wife, I'm like, I would have loved to have met Charlie Day. And she goes, oh, he's at this place tonight. I'm like, why didn't you tell me? She goes, well, I'm telling you now. So she set it up. We knew that he was going to be at the 88. It's a piano bar in Boston at 9 o'clock. So we got there at 8:30. And I luckily still had my 15-year-old dick towel in my basement, ready to go. I put it in the wash because it's been in the basement for years.
Yeah.
And I knew if Charlie, by some chance, signs my dick towel, I'm going to frame this. I don't want to put a dirty towel in a frame.
Right. 100%. So
we sat there. We had an amazing table right next to the piano. Charlie Day goes into the bar. It erupts. People go nuts. He's a magnetic character.
Did everyone know he was going to be there?
Yeah, there were some It's Always Sunny people. There are some T-shirts going on. He went behind the bar. He slung some of his whiskey. People are going up there. I'm like, I'm not going to go to the bar. It's too much of it. It's too crazy. There's too many people over there. I'm going to stay right here by the piano, thinking there's a chance he's going to waltz over here and play some of his music from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yes.
After 10 minutes at the bar, he makes his way to the piano. I'm already sitting there. I unravel my dick towel, and I say, Charlie, can you sign my dick towel? He gave me one of these. Like, why does this guy have a fucking dick towel with him? He signed it right on the ass, gave it back to me, and then played 5 minutes of a medley from his It's Always Sunny stuff. He played Welcome to Patty's Pub, Go Fuck Yourself, and Dayman.
The only thing... It's not even a gripe. The only thing I think that could have been better is you should have had him sign adjacent to a hog so that when you're showing it.
Well, no. So first off, this does help me in displaying it, because I can display an ass on a towel and not be like, oh, don't look at the cock. If it's a cartoon fanny, it's kind of silly.
But it's a dick towel. You got to display the dick.
But the dick. It also opens up, because now I have a scavenger hunt now. I have a quest to fetch. I need to find Rob McElhaney. I need to find Glenn Howerton.
Yeah.
And the next one up, I'm going to say, you need to sign one of these dicks. I'm betting that if it's Glenn Howerton, he's going to sign the massive hog.
Right.
If it's Rob McElhaney, I wouldn't be surprised if he turned the tiny bird.
So, I'm very jealous that you met Charlie Day. I've always maintained he's the funniest member of that cast. You disagree, but you didn't tell him that, which is a little under the cuff here.
That's because I didn't have enough time. I had to get in and get out. There were so many people surrounding him. It was crazy.
I love that you still had your dick towel. I was explaining this to a couple people over the week and weekend. I'm like, oh, Goo met Charlie Day. Everyone's like loosely aware of who Charlie Day is, Always Sunny. But the dick towel is a very specific reference that not many people know.
It's from the Kitten Mints episode.
So I'm like, Goo got his dick towel signed. I'm like, what? Like just trying to describe a dick towel to someone is harder than you would think.
That was also the first time that any of the three of them like made any money off of the show because they started to sell that after.
Right.
And I was one of the people immediately that bought a dick towel. And then I was trying to tell my wife, I'm like, I'm going to give you a list of actors/actresses that if they are in the area and you see an email or an event with these people, you need to let me know immediately.
You got to share a Google Doc.
I had 5 off the top of my head. I have a feeling that you and we're going to do a podcast on this.
Okay. All right.
Because she did mention, she was like, I was debating telling Mac. And I'm like, you could have told Mac.
Yeah. I probably would have gone too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well.
Mine would be like Hillary Duff and stuff, though. You know, it wouldn't be like. I mean, she's a real celebrity, but
she is a real celebrity.
It would be for. There'd be ulterior motives for my whole list.
Mac has duct tape. He has tie wraps. He has burlap sacks that he has these events for in his trunk.
Sitting right next to me here, supporting me every episode is Topanga. She's on Dancing with the Stars right now. She's quite nice.
I am well aware of that because they have turned their podcast into a feed of, she has a podcast where she talks about Dancing with the Stars now. Mm-hmm. Ryder and Will, that's Eric and Sean from the show, they now do a reaction podcast to her on Dancing with the Stars.
Okay.
And it seems like they have pushed off season 7 for as long as possible. My guess is because that's when the show ends. And I don't know what they're going to do next.
Is your brother still a huge fan of these terrible shows like Dancing with the Stars and whatnot?
He might be watching that one now for her because he's a huge fan of Pod Meets World.
Okay.
And he also told me the same thing that I thought. And it's like, hey, when you have a podcast, don't start sharing other shows on your feed. He gets frustrated.
Yeah, like there's nothing worse. So I get it. There's nothing worse than that. You subscribe. You don't even really want to subscribe to pods, but you do it to support them. And then when they start shoehorning in other things, you're like, what? Come on now.
Because like the Pod Meets World one, it now supports not only the Pod Meets World, where they do episode recaps. They'll have random interviews. Like, I'm a fan of this, but they had Ernie Reyes on last week.
Who the fuck is
he? It's a good question, Mac. What does he have to do with Boy Meets World? I don't think anything. But he played Keno in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze.
What? What is the connection between any of them and him?
I haven't listened to the podcast yet.
They both were just alive in the 90s?
Maybe one of them made an appearance in the movie Surf Ninjas, which also featured Ernie Reyes and Rob Schneider.
The Stapler.
Then, what else do we... Oh, then they post the Topanga one with her on Dancing with the Stars. They post the reaction ones with the other two. And then they also post Will Friedle's other podcast where it's him, and his co-host, who's from the Cheetah Girls, I think.
Oh, which one?
And the blonde one, I think.
Sabrina.
Thank you, Sabrina, whatever. And they talk
Sabrina
about old...
Bryan, maybe?
And they talk about old Disney Channel original movies.
Big fan of her. I don't know what she looks like these days, but I was a big fan of her.
That feed...
Yeah. Sabrina Ryan. How about a poll like that for me? Pulling a Cheetah Girl.
That feed right now is fucking chaos.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Sabrina Ryan still looks good.
So that was Goo's last week. Credit to Goo.
And that's it for News Dump.
News Dump. Mac, did you see this? Did you hear about this? All this controversy around Disney.
Yeah, so obviously ABC is a Disney subsidiary, and Disney played a massive part in canceling Kimmel a couple weeks ago. As a result, they had 1.7 million people unsubscribe to Disney Plus, Hulu Plus, ESPN Plus, and they fucking panicked.
But what they did is they brought Kimmel back.
Yep. And
on the day, like I don't even care about. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about here is on the day that they brought Kimmel back, They also, very quietly, said, by the way, we're raising the prices on Disney+, Hulu, and ESPN.
Classic Red Sox move, burying it on a Friday afternoon. Yep. They simultaneously, while bringing Kimmel back, they raised the prices. Goo, I don't want to, admit that I'm breaking any laws or anything like that. I canceled all of my subscriptions a couple months ago because I obtained a...
Let me just say this right now. The FBI is listening.
Well, what are you
the
going to do?
FBI is listening. And I'll also say this. So Disney Plus has raised their price on the non-commercial the non-ad supported one from, I think, $16 to $19 a month. And the year-long subscription is now $190.
Ugh.
Mac, I have canceled Disney Plus.
Good to see you take a stand for Jimmy Kimmel, Goo.
And when I unsubscribed, they asked the reason why, and they didn't even give me the choice of free speech.
In the future,
yeah,
I would like to take a stand here on the podcast, Goo.
Yeah.
I am very much pro free speech, as I think most Americans should be. Let the audience cancel shows. Let them just stop watching.
Right.
Don't go out of your way and remove people for free speech.
That also comes with this show. As soon as we hit 0 listeners, which that's gonna happen soon.
At some point.
Like we're getting close to it. The percentages are really starting to creep in. When we hit 0 listeners, we'll hang it up.
We're just gonna tap into the Rogan market. We're just gonna start having alien guys on.
The manosphere. I did lend someone my 5
Dick
seasons.
Towel?
No, I know. I lent someone my 5 seasons of news radio today.
All right.
I said, be cautious. Season 5 does not have Phil Hartman. And it's very contentious because John Lovitz joins the cast, and he is not a fan of Andy Dick.
Oh, how about that wedding I was at a couple weeks ago?
Was John Lovitz there?
No, that Critic sweatshirt I sent you.
I thought for a second there.
I complimented the fella on the sweatshirt, and he's like, "You're the first person to ever know what this is." And I said, "I only know what this is because of my podcast pal." And then I sent you the photo of the sweatshirt.
I thought there was someone hanging out in the bushes, and you're like, "Is that you, John Lovitz?" And he said, "No, it's a big horny bird." It's from The Wedding Singer, I think. Or is it from Little Nicky? Nicky, I'll say.
Little Nicky, yeah.
Little Nicky. In The Wedding Singer is like, he's losing his mind, and I'm reaping the rewards. John Lovitz rules. Why isn't he in more Sandler stuff? He just disappeared in the Sandler stuff. Speaking of the Sandler-verse, what are we talking about? Oh! So, yeah, Disney+. It sucks. I think what's going to happen here, because I have it until the end of November. In December, I will strategically look at it and say, do I need it for this 1 month for Christmas stuff? Because we do watch Christmas stuff on there. But also, I have an ass load of DVDs. Do I just break out the hard copies? News dump. Mac, we forgot to do this at the end of last episode. Every time that we forget to do this at the end of one episode, we'll carry it over to News Dump. What do you grade our weapons, caught stealing, and tearing classic YouTube videos podcast that we just released last Friday?
I'd say it's about a B+. I think it was teetering B-, maybe B, and then I think the YouTube videos brought it up to a B+.
I was going to say I was roughly, I liked you called me a cuck during the open. That was a little hurtful. But the episode, I thought the review, it was fair. We didn't go too deep. We got a little spoilery before we said we were going to do that. That's not great. But I like that we out
for months.
We were getting a little counter to what the popular opinion was. Some people didn't like that. They didn't like that we did not enjoy that movie as much as they did. You gave enough on caught stealing. And I'll ask you this. Do you think I undersold one battle after another?
To me, you for sure did. But I'm okay with that.
Hold on.
I'm okay with that.
Me saying that the movie is going to win an Academy Award, Leo's going to win an Academy Award, Sean Penn is, but Benicio del Toro is better, and Chase Infinity is Rookie of the Year. I said all of these things to you, yet you're saying that I undersold the movie.
And for anyone listening right now that hasn't seen the movie, I think it's the best movie of the year. I think it might be the best movie of the last few years. And Goo didn't even get close to that.
I just said win an Academy Award.
That means nothing. That means
director.
Nothing.
I told you they're all going to win, and I said that Del Toro is the fucking man, which is exactly what you tweeted, not tweeted. You texted me after.
That's what you nailed. The Del Toro part, he was sublime. He was so good, Goo. He was really fucking good. So 2024, the best movie to me was Anora. I think you had Dune too.
Yeah.
This movie's probably better than both of those.
I disagree.
Okay. 2023, Goo. We had Oppenheimer. We had Beyond the Spider-Verse. I think I like it more than Oppenheimer.
Well, I love Oppenheimer. I think Oppenheimer is all-time, and I think that Cillian Murphy, that is an all-time performance.
Yeah, I agree on that. 2022, Everything Everywhere All at Once. That movie's so unique that I might have that above One Battle After Another. But that's the type of movie I'm talking about anyways. Goo, probably maybe a tier below that. But this movie is chock full of incredible performances. The writing is so fucking good. Like, there's a lot of serious shit going on in this movie. And this is a very Paul Thomas Anderson thing, right? Where he can deal with these kind of lunacy, crazy things, but he finds the in-between beats for some comedy. And God, is the comedy so fucking good in this movie. It's great.
The movie the movie does work like jazz. I will say that. We didn't talk about that enough, but
there is like a 5 or 10 minute car chase sort of scene that is fucking amazing. It's so good, so well shot. Goo, think about the best performances of Leonardo DiCaprio's career. This could be number one. So that's what we're talking about with this movie.
So I'm
not expecting everyone to like it as much as I did. And to Goo's point, there are some very clear parallels between real world politics and what's going on in the movie. But unlike the movie Eddington, which I reviewed a few weeks ago, the movie isn't about politics. There are just a lot of politics in the movie. The politics don't get in the way of the movie, though. It's just like, it's a legit great movie and story. And then there's also very clear parallels.
All right, save this for the end of the week. We're going to review the movie at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Also, I think fun factor-wise, this is Leo's best.
Very fun.
So I'm not sure if it's his best performance per se, but fun factor, it's through the roof.
Leo's incredible. Benicio del Toro is incredible. Sean Penn is incredible. Chase Infinity, the maybe Rookie of the Year, she was fucking awesome. Regina Hall was awesome. I have one... I wouldn't call it a major gripe.
For Friday.
Okay. All right.
Big market tease.
It's a good movie to talk about. I'm excited
Big
to talk
market
about
tease.
Yeah.
All of that to say, strong B, 34 hot dogs.
For our prior episode.
For our prior episodes. Also, I think I could tier YouTube videos for hours. So
yes. Yeah, we definitely forgot some of the major ones.
There might be a part 2 coming up.
Oh, you know what I would also consider doing?
Yeah.
Is tiering DiCaprio movies now.
We can do that. October is filled with nothing. So
maybe we can do it at the end of One Battle After Another.
News dump. Mac, today's Tuesday, September 30th. AOL will discontinue its dial-up internet, the provider has stated on its website.
I didn't know it still existed. So there you go. I learned something today.
You've got mail. Yeah, we had one friend that still had it into the mid-aughts. And we're like, it still exists now?
I have 3 siblings that were all born after 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
And
brag.
All 3 of them have trouble understanding the concept of dial-up internet. And that's very funny to me.
We had to hang up the phone. No one could use it. And if we were on the internet and someone called us, there goes the internet.
Like they don't even really understand how those 2 lines get crossed, like phone and internet, when it was like it made a 1,000,000% sense to us, and they can't grasp that.
News dip. To be fair, though, you could have told me back then that if you flush the toilet while the internet's on, it'll turn off. So, all right, over at the box office this past weekend, once again, do not talk about the movie again. You just fucking did that.
I don't even know what movie you're talking about.
You just did it for 22 minets. One battle after another.
We talked about dick towels for 10 minutes. I could talk about that movie for a couple minutes.
$50 million globally at the box office. Production was $130 million plus, marketing $70 million. I believe domestic it made 22.5.
Yeah, I think that this movie is probably going to make as much as it did last weekend. It's going to be the rare movie that might make more in its second weekend. And dealing with Paul Thomas Anderson movies, they're generally not made for the masses. I think this is the rare movie that is like appeals to the cinephiles and the masses. This is a blockbuster,
like Oppenheimer. It's like Oppenheimer.
Yeah, it very much is like that. It just didn't have the same buildup as Oppenheimer had, but it is getting the reviews as a result. I think it's 96% critic score, and it's like 85 or 86 audience score. So the audience is loving it too. It's just a fun movie. Go see it.
It did have its own Barbenheimer-like experience, though. It came out the same weekend as Gabby's Dollhouse.
Right.
The movie.
Right. Starring, what's her face?
Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig was the name I was thinking of.
So, Mac, go check that out. I think what will hurt this movie box office-wise, and say what you want about the length, when a movie is 2 hours and 45 minutes, you will show it less in the theater, so it'll have less showings.
Yeah, dear, that is math. Yes.
Yeah, math.
Yeah.
News dope. By the way, the Smashing Machine opens up this next weekend, and then I think Tron is next weekend, the week after.
Okay.
Mac's very excited about Tron. Mac loves Tron.
The last Tron movie was pretty good.
Speaking of sequels coming out very long after their original movies, 20 years after we got the original, and over 300 episodes in between, we are getting a sequel to The Simpsons. It is hitting theaters in June of 2027.
I don't think I've seen one episode of The Simpsons since the last Simpsons movie.
So this might be your exact style then.
I don't know how they're going to top Spider-Pig goo. You know?
So I'm glad you mentioned that. So the first Simpsons movie, say what you want about Simpsons post season 15, whatever. The Simpsons movie is, I think, as good as Simpsons seasons 10 through 12. It's not their peak. It's not what they did at their best. But it's a funny movie, and it does trail off a little bit toward the end. But for the most part, it's pretty funny.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. I actually haven't watched it in fucking forever. So I couldn't tell you one thing about the movie besides the dome and Spider-Pig. But
that's what the movie is. So you just recap the whole thing. I was trying to think of this earlier because The Simpsons have now been on for, 36, 37 years.
Yeah.
Maybe the highest peak of any television show that I can think of. You can argue Seinfeld, but Seinfeld had a continual, it was like a better percentage of their show was at their peak. I'm going to ask you, can you give me an athlete that you could compare The Simpsons run to where it was 25, 30 years of a professional athlete, but their peak was so fucking high?
So fucking high and so fucking early.
Yes.
Right? That's what's not a bad one? Joe Thornton.
Joe Thornton continued success, though.
Yeah, he was really held on towards the end. It would have to be.
I mean, Thornton's last 3 years wasn't point per game stuff, but he was point per game up until the end.
Yeah, maybe not quite, but it would have to be like a Mark Recchi or a baseball pitcher that shot like Doc Gooden type of thing.
Gooden. I was gonna
someone that was around forever, but wasn't that
did
great.
Did Gooden hang on forever though?
Yeah, he's pitching for the Red Sox in 2002.
I was thinking more of and this movie would have to be a banger, and then they'd have to go out
Brett
with this
Saberhagen?
movie. I was gonna say Albert Pujols.
No, because Pujols was fucking amazing in his final season.
Yeah, so I'm saying this movie has to be amazing, and they have to end it with this movie.
All right, that's not terrible.
It's not terrible. Guys, give us an athlete that you think was the best athlete for 5 years, and then for trying to think of percentages wise, 66% of their career they were either league average or worse. So head over to social media and let us know. News Tom. Got a trailer, the final trailer for Wicked for Good. We are shown that Glinda gets a bubble, and we are shown the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, and what I believe to be the Scarecrow, but it's only the back of the head.
Yep, and don't forget Dorothy. She's an important character.
Dora who?
This is essentially the story that connects it finally to the Yellow Brick Road and the Wizard of Oz.
Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road.
You think that'll be in the movie?
Maybe.
It'd be great. I am stupidly excited for this.
I know you are. I can tell.
I loved the first one.
Do you plan on seeing it opening? Like, so if you get a screening, are you going to take your dad to the screening?
No, I'll probably take my lady friend. She's
also brag.
Looking forward to this. But I don't want to go to I don't want to go to the common folks one because they'll be fucking singing and doing jazz hands.
And you don't know the words yet. You want to go to the press one, learn the words, and then when you bring your dad, you can impress him by knowing all the words.
That's what my dad is impressed by, me knowing the words.
He's going to sit there and be like,
in the theater.
Damn, Jeffrey, you know all the words to Wicked 2?
That sounds just like my dad.
I know your dad pretty well. News dope. Why'd you put Zootopia 2 on here?
There's a trailer for it.
I know, but we've already agreed we're not seeing it.
Sneaky snakes.
My son has never seen the first one. I don't plan on introducing it to him. If he does see it and then he wants to see this, I'll bring him. But it's not something that I want to tell.
Do you think Raffi's going to grow up in this bubble and then at 18 he's going to realize Zootopia exists and his mind's going to be blown? Not unlike the way that at 18 years old I found out that people didn't like Waterworld.
That's going to be it. He's going to be like, "Where? There's been 7 Zootopias and you didn't tell me about any of them?" That's like the other day. So I dropped him off at school, and as I was walking out the gate, so they have music playing in the playground while they're out there at the beginning of the day. And as I was walking out,
too early for music.
They started playing Scat Man, and I'm like, shit. This fucking playlist. I'm a Scat Man. So they're playing that. And then later when I picked him, or I was talking to him later, I'm like, you guys were playing Scatman? He goes, yeah. And then they had Gangnam Style. And I'm like, fuck, this playlist rules.
Okay. Wow. It's intense.
Is school fun?
Early morning
Is
music.
School fun now? News dump. Got a trailer for the George Clooney, Adam Sandler movie, Jay Kelly. And I'll tell you this right now, Mac, I was excited to hear that Sandler was involved in another serious movie. I then popped on this trailer without realizing what the synopsis of the movie was. I then got 15 seconds in and said, you know what? This seems like it's up its own ass, and I don't want to see it.
So I still haven't read the synopsis, which is probably the reason why I'm confused, because my point here is I don't know if I've ever been more confused watching a trailer of a movie. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on.
George Clooney is playing a big Hollywood actor, and he realizes that he missed out on the childhood of his daughter, so he's taking some time off to spend time with her.
Yeah, but then it also at the end kind of like undoes all of that.
So I didn't see the end of the trailer. I'm not seeing this movie. I'm going to root Sandler on to win an Academy Award, but
it's confusing. It's a trailer that confused me. That's my takeaway.
News dump. Avatar, Fire and Ash. This movie comes out in December. Mac already has tickets.
So are they doing all the elements in these movies? Is that what they're going to end up
Yeah, they're
on?
going to cover all of the Earth, Wind, and Fire stuff.
Well, that would cover all of them as of right now. After
so that's it.
Right?
It's a trilogy.
Or there's Air. Was the first one Air?
I wonder which soul band they're going to attach themselves to after this.
It is kind of bizarre now that because like Avatar, the anime show, they do fire, like wind and shit like that. So it's not like that, but it is.
I guess. Let me ask you this: since I've already made the band joke, what are the elements in Pokemon?
Oh, there's lots. Types.
Oh, so Avatar can keep going for a while.
There's lots. You have like grass, fire, water, ice, electric, psychic, fairy.
Okay, so we now know if Avatar 4 is Avatar : fairies, we know that they're going down the Pokemon route.
Rock, steel.
Avatar : rock. News dump. They all just play guitars. That's be sick.
Dragon.
Dragons are cool though.
Dragons are cool.
Let's not argue that.
Do you know what my favorite Pokemon is?
What's that?
Dragonite.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's a big dragon. It's a big fat dragon.
Yeah. He seems like he's like he's sneaky athletic. It's like me. I relate to him.
Got a trailer for The Bride. This is the Maggie Gyllenhaal directed Bride of Frankenstein movie. It is punk rock and it stars Christian Bale.
Yeah, it's like kind of a musical, I think, and it's coming to Netflix also, I think.
Are we in the Frankensteins right now? Not to get biblical here,
Yeah,
but are we in the Frankensteins?
Frankensteins is fun to say.
Yeah.
Frankensteins.
There's a lot of Frankenstein happening here. Maybe because it's a public domain and we can just attack it.
There you go. That's got to be what it is.
That's got to be what it is. News dump. It's been announced that Taylor Swift will not be the halftime performer at this year's Super Bowl like many wanted. But instead, Bad Bunny will be doing the show. What am I going to tell my son when he doesn't understand what he's saying?
All the old whites are mad, and I love it.
Yeah.
Here's how we should operate as a society. If it pisses off the old whites, it's the right decision. That's the platform I would run on.
Also, and I think people are starting to realize this, like the outcry wasn't crazy when this was announced. It'll be crazier after he does the performance, like always. But people are starting to realize that the halftime performance is not for people like you and me, Mac. It's for the people that don't want to watch the football game.
Plus ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're saying, oh, Bad Bunny's going to perform? That's exciting.
Admittedly, I only know like 2 Bad Bunny songs, but he's incredibly popular. So you're going to bring in, it's actually a genius move because it's going to bring in audience members that might typically not watch.
Exactly. That's the point of the halftime show.
Yeah.
They should get Metallica. No, why? The plus ones.
Neverland.
The plus ones don't want fucking Metallica. I don't care what you want.
You're sneaky a big Metallica guy, though. Don't
really,
tell the folks. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of like their late 90s work. Early 2000s when they're playing Trash Cans.
I'm more of a Biscuit guy.
And they're railing against Napster.
Good. You know what I don't care about?
Yes.
Who plays the halftime show? You know?
No, I'm already watching the game. Once again, I'm already watching the game.
Like, unless it's going to be, you know who should do it?
Hillary Duff.
Or Dua Lipa.
Mac's dream halftime. Hillary Duff. Kelly Clarkson. Are there any more white girls that you want to play the halftime?
Chapel Roan.
She's too current. Give me an early
Bad Bunny's not?
No, I'm saying for you. You like your early 2000s pop music. Ashley Simpson. Pieces of Me.
Pieces of me.
The Simpson father.
On a Monday, I am waiting. That's an iconic moment.
Think of the Simpsons father who was out there, not Homer. I'm talking about Jessica and Ashley's dad. He was building a fucking dynasty. And then that came crumbling down.
Yeah. Seems like he was a little too involved in things.
Yeah. News dope. Let's see here. Glenn Powell and Michael B. Jordan are rumored to be in talks to star in Joseph Kosinski's Miami Vice remake, hitting theaters on August 6th, 2027.
That's the sexiest news of the week, Goo.
Mm-hmm.
You got Glenn Powell. You got Michael B. Jordan. You got the guy coming off of F1, coming off of Top Gun Maverick. And you mix those together, and that's going to be an incredible movie.
It's like mixing sugar and spice and everything nice.
Look at that.
Yep. Also, I mean, those are the two closest things to like young actual stars.
Yeah. No, he
younger, late 30s, 40s, but still.
You couldn't cast this movie any better.
News dope. This is the one that my headline was on. Do you get the joke now? Because I said, let's see here. I said, I reckon a chilly sequel, and we have that Bill Burr is in the sequel for The Social Network called The Social Reckoning.
Really nailed that headline. You could have given me 30 guesses. I wouldn't have guessed.
We had to loop back around 35 minutes into the podcast.
Bill Burr has officially joined the cast in The Social Network sequel. Of course, Aaron Sorkin is signed back on for it. Jeremy Allen White has signed on the project. Mikey Madison, Jeremy Strong. I have never been more confused about a sequel announcement because I think that The Social Network might be the best movie of the 2010s. I fucking love that movie.
Wait a second. Wait.
I don't know if the sequel even has a chance of being good.
You need to answer me right now.
Okay.
Social Network.
Mm-hmm.
One battle after another.
Social Network.
Oh, that was pretty easy. Sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize. I thought it was going to be a tough one for you, a real sophist choice, but
no. Social Network is a handful of movies that have come out in the last 15 or 20 years that every time I watch it, I like it more than I did before. It gets better every time.
News dump. Tom Holland's feeling better.
All right. Good for Tom.
We had to update last week.
Yeah, no, the people were waiting on it with bated breath on what we had to say.
News up. Got a short trailer for the Wolverine PS5 game coming out in fall of 2026. This looks dope.
I don't want to make this anyone's worst day of work ever, but let me make it clear. I'm going to enjoy slicing and dicing at Wolverine. However,
Snick.
the movements looked exactly like the Spider-Man game. And as someone who never played the Batman games, everyone told me that the Spider-Man games were like exactly like the Batman
It's very similar to Arkham. It's similar to Spider-Man, but this time you have claws and blood and guts and you're cutting people
I do
in half.
appreciate that. I am still going to enjoy the game.
And like wouldn't the cherry on top be like, what if he swears?
I am a big swear guy. Love a good swear. You know, my issues in RPG games, Goo, is I cherish being in the moment so much, and then I'm like a completionist, so I want to do everything, but then I fall out of love with the game before I complete the game. It's not a good combination.
Mac has the opposite of a swear jar in his house. You take $1 when you swear.
You get a 5 for saying cunt.
Oh, come on. That's only one of the episode. You gotta take that down a notch. News dump. Also got a trailer for a video game hitting the shelves in September of 2026. It'll be a Halloween Michael Myers game where you can play as either Michael or a survivor. This includes online multiplayer.
This game will be fun for like 10 days.
Yeah.
For 10 days, and then I'll never play it again.
The online multiplayer is the only thing appealing about this, right?
Yeah, I mean, we played the Friday the 13th game. This will probably be maybe a better version of that, run more crisply. But it's also like Death by Daylight? That was also a game that was similar. I mean, Dead by Daylight. I don't remember the fucking name of the game. This has been done a few times now. It does have the appeal of Michael Myers. I'm sure there'll be some sweet skins, some sweet masks.
Swearing.
Wow. Not for Michael Myers. Come on, Goo. Maybe a titty. Maybe we'll see a titty. Maybe you could be a playable character with a titty out. This game by the end of September of next year, I'll be done playing this game.
If you're playing as Michael Myers, can you make him swear?
Or maybe you can stab and make a titty come out.
No, like say if someone pokes you in the eye with a coat hanger and you just go, shit.
Zoinks.
Oh, he doesn't. You can make him talk, but he doesn't swear. Darn! Why did you do that? That really hurt. Who throws a shoe? Honestly, who throws a shoe? News dump. That's funny because Michael Myers is the actor that plays Austin Powers.
Right.
Michael Myers is the killer in Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Different, but the same.
Great joke in Baby Driver.
All right, Mac, go ahead and give me all this James Gunn stuff.
James Gunn said...
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to play the game.
No, I'm sorry. James Gunn said what, Mac?
James Gunn was asked if the Man of Tomorrow script, this is the Superman sequel, teases Brainiac. He said, listen, of course I wasn't unaware that when I posted the cover of the script that there was going to be discussion around that particular topic. But I think we'll hold off from what exactly is happening. Yeah.
Isn't there a brain on the cover of the script?
That is exactly what a tease is.
Yes.
They're not going to tell us, but they told us.
There's a fella with a brain on the cover of the script.
James Gunn said
yes,
he has major plans for Mr. Terrific. We, of course, met him in Superman. Mr. Terrific strikes me as someone you can't build a movie around, but you could build a fun season of television around. And I think that's maybe what the plan is there.
Yes.
Goo.
Yes.
Colin Farrell said,
what?
Speaking about the Batman 2, it's deeper, scarier, and the stakes are bigger.
That was my old Tinder profile.
That's like the least descriptive thing ever. Of course, there's going to be more stakes. Of course, it's going to be deeper into the lore. You know, he gave us it's going to be scarier. I'll give him that.
Spooky.
It's scarier. Maybe there'll be Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Goo.
Yep.
Matthew Lillard said.
What did Matthew Lillard say? Live
He's
her
waiting
alone.
for the call from James Gunn to join the DCU. He said,
No. Do it in your Matthew Lillard voice, or don't do it at all.
James Gunn is one of my dear friends. He wrote Scooby-Doo 1 and 2. I keep waiting for that invitation.
James Gunn's one of my dear friends. He wrote Scooby-Doo 1 and 2. I keep waiting for that invitation. Because I just assume, like how Austin Butler became Elvis, Matthew Lillard is now just Shaggy.
Shaggy his whole life.
Yeah.
His whole entire life.
Hashtag my Shaggy.
Is there another Shaggy to go up against?
Well, there's the one who didn't do it. It wasn't him. There was Casey Kasem.
That Shaggy joke went right over my head.
Come on, Drex.
The one that didn't do it.
I guess we'll end it right there.
I thought you meant the guy that passed on the roll. No, you're talking about the recording artist, Shaggy.
The first album that I owned. Yes, Shaggy. News dump. Let's jump to Peacemaker, and yes, we will have spoilers in roughly 15 seconds. First off, before we get to that, I still very much enjoy the show, but we are getting into a territory that we got into last season that I did start to turn on it a little bit.
Oh, no. Disagree. I think we are at a spoilers. I think we got the appropriate amount of time fleshing out Chris as Chris and not as Peacemaker. And we're now at a point where we can bring back the bigger world stuff. And I'm very intrigued.
No, I'm intrigued and I'm interested in what's going to go on. But my whole thing, though, is that once you bring Nazis and white supremacists into a show or a movie, the fine lines of like who the bad guy is, like the duality of like, is that a good guy? It's completely out the window. And it's just, that's who we're verse. And there's no like back and forth on that. That's my only argument.
I understand that, but I also think if you can make Nazis tongue in cheek, that's what they're doing here. And I still think, maybe they would spend the next 2 episodes in this alternate reality. I don't think that's going to be the case, but it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
We get Lex Luthor in the most recent episode.
Great stuff. Yeah.
And I think a lot of what is going to go on in the DCU in the next couple entrances into it is Lex Luthor and Argus working together.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of ramifications. It feels
he also mentions some other metahumans in the jail with him. I'm curious if we even just get a little sneak peek, possibly, of who that is.
Yeah, I also feel like dropping Luthor in episode 6 means we're definitely still getting like another big cameo in 7 or 8.
Oh, so we are, possibly. And I did see that James Gunn mentioned somewhere that we are going to get a live-action G.I. Robot coming soon. So that might be...
So you still haven't seen Creature Commandos, right?
Do I have to cram it in before the season finale, you think?
You don't have to, but if G.I. Robot is coming, it'll be somewhat satisfying because his whole thing is he was created during World War II specifically to kill Nazis.
Okay.
So it might fit in very well. And Creature Commandos is pretty much a breeze to watch anyways.
Okay. So I'll keep an eye on that then.
Yeah.
Because, yes, I think that we are going to get one more character that plays a decent role in it. That could be him. And then I would love to see maybe some like D-level either Batman or Superman villains that are in the jail cell with their Lex Luthor. Or just bring back Captain Boomerang again. Bring back Jai Courtney. Everyone loves Jai Courtney.
Maybe we get a weird Suicide Squad one. That's not bad. I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a another Lantern as well bouncing around since they've already like fucked.
You know, it'd be a good
Guy Gardner.
joke. Who did Pete Davidson play in Suicide Squad?
I forget. Yeah.
Although I'm pretty sure he did die in the movie at the beginning, it'd be a good joke if he was in the jail cell, and then they're like, "Oh, that's just Pete Davidson." Not even his character, just Pete Davidson in jail.
Right.
It's a good joke.
I don't know if I loved Harcourt in season 1. She's a great character now.
Yeah.
She's great.
Great.
They did a great job really rounding out our cast.
Oh my God. And then so now we know that Spider-Man as a fictional character exists in this DC world as well, because we got the Spider-Man pointing meme.
Oh, you're right. Good point.
And they mentioned Spider-Man pointing meme.
What a fun scene that was.
What a fun character. I love that character this year.
Yeah, Vigilante is so good. And there was a little bit of a swerve, too. I didn't think that was going to go the way it did, and it was perfect.
Although I do like how they swerved it into he is up against Peacemaker and what he stands for in this universe.
Yes, yeah. That was a nice, like, culmination.
Vigilante is always against white supremacy.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to know.
Oh, my. When they're in his basement, too, I couldn't stop laughing. Just the piles of money and drugs.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's millions of dollars. It's like, yeah, but it's all dirty money. And if I give it to the cops, who knows what they're going to do with it? And they're like, that's a good idea, as they're shoving it all into their clothes.
I loved that his keys worked in the alternate reality, too. And his reaction to everything was so good. The cheery O's as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Peacemaker is great. We have 2 more episodes. Like I've said, couple episodes now, I am looking forward to, and I am watching this every Thursday night now.
I also have to give a shout out, as we do every so often, to new rock stars. They absolutely nailed what was going to happen in this alternate reality.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
No,
well beforehand. The fan theories have been like 100% correct.
Yeah, and I saw that Fortnite has removed the Peacemaker dance from the game because it's him doing swastikas with his arms. So we should have also picked up on that. You don't watch the opening credits.
I have to now because the system in which I watch it through doesn't have a skip thing now.
So in the opening credits, he does swastikas with his arms.
Yeah, you're right.
And you don't realize it until like, oh, wait, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
One of my favorite shots in that, and it was either New Rockstars or what's the other one that we really like too? Not the British guy, but the other
Screen
one.
Crush.
Screen Crush.
No, Screen Rant. Screen Crush. Screen Crush. It's the guy, he hangs out at the fake Blockbuster with his little white dog.
Yes, that guy's great.
Ryan
too.
Airy.
Yeah. One of those two guys pointed out the coolest shot in the opening credits is when you have the 2 Harcourts, one and it slides out, and then the second one comes forward. It's a very cool shot.
News dump. I'll tell you right now, not a great news dump. Really didn't have any focus on that one, but
a lot of dick towel talk, though, and anytime we go cock talk, I think that's easy B+ episode.
So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately that really go out of their way to censor themselves and make sure that they don't put swear words and other words that might hinder their view count.
It's really good to hear your voice saying my name.
I'm curious.
So sweet.
I'm curious if we could abstain from swearing and dropping C words
makes me weak.
Long enough. Do you think would actually gain traction with an audience?
Goodbye, 'cause girl, you make it hard to be faithful.
I don't like this.
With the lips of an angel. You can't say hinder and me not sing Lips of an Angel.
Tell me one other Hinder song.
Fuck. I know like 3 too. But
I'm the biggest Hinder fan there is. Oh, you're a poser. You're a fraud.
No, you know more than one Hinder song too.
I barely even knew that one.
Come on, what's going on here?
I'm not going to let you answer this. You can complete your thought at the beginning of the next episode. News dump.